Welcome to the wanderings and ponderings of a Wobble Gob, a lover of all things stitched. Hi, I'm Anne, aka Handmade, a mum, wife, teacher and artist living and working in Yorkshire in the UK. From a young age I've been known as a Wobble Gob, a term my mum gave me due to my continuous chatting about nothing as a child. And yes, this has stuck with me, and now I'm sharing the things that go round in my brain, my wanderings and ponderings and all things stitched, in my vlog. I hope you enjoy it.
Hello, welcome to day 2 of me being at 100% full-time Wobble Gob. How exciting. We're on Anglesey, which is kind of cute. We'll come back to the copper mine. We came here when we came on one of our adventures. So yeah, we're in the big hole that was dug. It was a guy that found the coal seam on the surface and took it to one of the people that could run the mines, I suppose, the managers and things like that, and he was given a bottle of brandy and a cottage for lifetime for free. And then they came and dug this to get all the copper out. So I'll flip it around so then you can see. There we go. So this is, I'm down in the actual area that they dug. It's absolutely massive. You don't know if you see the kids down there, but it's really impressive. There's a lot of colour, lots of different rocks. I was hoping that Neve was going to tell us a little bit more about them, but she said that she's not a copper expert, which is a bit sad. But it's very weird because you drive up to it and it's all greenery, and then you come to the top of the mountain, and then it's what I imagine going to Mars would be like. Filming and walking at the same time for me is probably not the best thing to do, so if I end up flat on my face, I'm very sorry. But it's beautiful. I mean, it's a man-made dig, but then nature comes back in and starts taking over. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. It's quite nice this morning. Sat, don't do much. Well, I haven't had time really to do a lot of reading, so I decided that I was going to do some reading. So I got one of my books out by El Luna, which is quite apt actually, because it's about a crossroads that you hit in your life, and the idea of should and must, and things that were sort of ingrained in, things that we should do, but then things we must do. Quite apt really, because I've always thought should be at work, should be doing this, should be doing that. But actually I'm going into the realms of must. A period of time that must be for me. So it's going to be quite exciting really. Yeah, so I'll probably just keep dropping in a bit of a video, a bit of a chunter while we're away. See you in a bit. So today's task is practicing the art of pebble balancing. Beautiful place to be doing it. It's a bit of rain this morning, but even though it's a bit cloudy, oh, over there it's not so good. But oh, it's beautiful, beautiful beach. Waiting for the tide to go out and do a bit of rock pooling. But yeah, we're just busy saying the sea is that kind of colour that makes you want to go in it until you see the jellyfish, and then you think, oh, maybe not, maybe not. So yeah, we've been pebble balancing. It's kind of a cool one here. Leaves. Oh, sit down. Love days like this. It's like contemplating the world. It's just really calm. It's not busy at all. Just the sound of the sea. Balancing pebbles. Probably go for coffee and a cake, and then come and explore the rock pools. My idea of a very chilled day. Kids are happy. I say kids, they're all like 18 and 20 plus. Robert's happy. I think he'd like to fly his drone. But yeah, perfect. Chilling, relaxing, and I think for the first time my mind's gone quiet, which is very strange, also quite nice really. Just having time just to think about other things, planning, organising, and not worrying about school and what I've got to get done when I get back, and thinking about kids' work and projects and what we're going to do next. So getting used to the new normal, kind of exciting. But just look where we are, it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful beach. And then behind us there, the marshes. Hello everybody, we've just cycled 17 miles from Cromer to the Vicarage Gardens, so we'll give you a little bit of a glimpse of what's going on in a tour. Turn that round, there we go. We've been here before, it was a few years ago, so it's going to be nice to see what it looks like now. They've just had their 50th year since doing the gardens, so they bought the vicarage in 1973 and have spent all the time doing the gardens up. They were beautiful last time we came in the summer. It's a bit cooler today, which is kind of nice. So there's loads of different gardens because they've created lots of little mini microclimates and things. So yeah, just give you a very quick whistle stop tour of the gardens. everybody. I hope you are fit and well and happy. Bit cooler in here in Brighouse today. It's grey. It's quite nice actually to have a little bit of a break, and I'm not going to complain that it's cold because it's been too hot. Yeah, so I'm here, Handmade Phase 2, the full-time one. Hope you enjoyed my little videos from my holiday. Just thought I'd share what I'd been doing. I don't know if you could hear the one where I was really windy on the beach, but I was just busy chatting about how this has been the first holiday where I think my brain's gone quiet and I've not been worried about what I should be doing for work as in school and thinking about the kids' work and just generally planning every week of the 6-week holiday. I think it's going to be a really, really hard thing to get out of. I'm sure I'll get out of it quite quickly, but it's been quite nice being able now with my quiet brain. It got noisy again while I was away, so there was lots of stuff going on which I'll share with you. Yeah, so we had a week in Anglesey with the kids and friends and boyfriends, and that was lovely, really, really nice. I don't think it chucked it down. It rained a little bit. It wasn't overly warm, but we had one beautiful day on the beach, which was absolutely gorgeous, and really just pottering about and just going somewhere and having a walk and maybe a drink and coffee and cake and then coming back, and it was very, very nice. And then it was get back, change over, get into the van, and off Robert and I went to Norfolk, which we've been a few times, but we stayed just outside Cromer, and we got electric bikes. Oh, this was the test run. I don't mind cycling, but Robert, being Robert, he's a cyclist. He rode cycles and he's incredibly fit. I'm really, really not. And I said if we were getting bikes, I wanted an electric bike so I could keep up with him, but then he decided I couldn't have one without him having one. Anyway, absolute godsend. They were amazing. So the first day we cycled from Cromer to Wells next to the sea, which is just over 20 miles. And it was brilliant on the bikes. Loads of people kept telling us we were cheating cycling. You still have to cycle. It's not like you're on a motorbike or anything like that. It just means if there's a hill, you can just pop a gear on, and it just makes it so much easier. You're not out of breath and all sweaty and hot and everything. Anyway, we had a very, very nice time cycling out there, and then we had a day on the marsh, which was where it was very windy. It was a beautiful day, but very windy. Yeah, so day on the marsh, went to the gardens. I love the gardens. I could spend all day in there just wandering around and just sitting, and it's just lovely. There's all these different openings, and they've planned it so that when you stand in a place and there's openings in different directions, there's something else to see. There are all little windows. The photograph that I popped on of all the watering cans, that's my favourite bit of the garden. I saw that last time and I've started collecting cans, so I have some cans that I have on some steps outside the house, just because I loved it. I thought it was amazing. So yeah, back to reality now when we came back. So I thought I'd just share a few things with you. There's the book here. I mentioned this on my Instagram, The Crossroads of Should and Must, Find and Follow Your Passion by Elle Luna. Now I bought this book quite a while ago and started reading it but never finished it, and I think it was because it wasn't the right time for me to read the book, so I decided, right, I'm going to take it with me and start again. So basically it's a lovely book to read. It's lovely. The way it's been done is just lovely, and it's about this crossroads that you have in your life. So it says, it starts off, these pages are a pep talk to honour that voice inside of you that says you have something special to give. Bye! Sorry, my girls are just going out. It's a reminder that while there is no map for where you're going, many have travelled this road before. It's permission to unlearn everything you've ever been told you should do in order to learn what you must do. And it's just lovely. It just talks about the crossroads that you're at, and there's loads of things. She talks about her life and how that changed, and then just little things to do in there, looking for patterns. There's loads of quotes in here as well, which I think for me, it was just a perfect time to read it, because I have just been at that crossroads and just working out what's going on. So today you get to choose should and must. So yeah, it was just perfect. Lovely, lovely book just to read and just get. I think this helped me just close my mind a little bit to everything that's been going on and all the different things that I've been thinking about and worrying about, and just say, do you know what, it's okay. I mean, I've always had this belief in my life that things happen for a reason. You might not know why at that moment in time, but later on down the road you look back and think, oh, actually, if that hadn't happened, I might not be here. I don't know if that's a real thing, but I don't know, there's just been too many coincidences in my life where that has happened, and I thought, ooh, when I was at that crossroads, if I'd have gone down that other path, then I wouldn't be where I am now. Obviously, I don't know where I'd have been if I'd have gone down that other path either. But that's life, isn't it? That's the mystery of life and where we are and what we're doing. So, busy things that I have been doing whilst on holiday. So the first thing is I've not done a new template for quite a while. So this is my little snail, Celia and the mushrooms. So I've got this one. So over the holidays, I have been doing the stitching. So all the templates that I have, and they're all available in my shop online. I hand screen print them onto cotton fabric, and it's a blue, unless it's Harold the Hare, and then that's a pale grey. And the idea is then that you stitch over them. I don't give specific instructions of what to stitch where. There are pictures and things like that in the kits, but it's about not having I'm going to come back to this again, not having just a white piece of fabric. There's something on it for you to stitch over. And the blue doesn't wash out, but the idea is your stitching covers it all up. And what you can do is just stitch the lines, or you can stitch the lines, then once you've done that, you can add whatever you want to. So from there, this is my sample that I've just finished doing. I got halfway through this and I had a little bit of a wobbly moment because I didn't like it. And I thought, right, do what you always do, is when you get things that you don't like, you put them to one side and you just leave them, keep looking at them, and then at some point you can pick it back up again. So I picked it back up. I think just going somewhere else and just thinking about it somewhere else, yes, I'm a bit happier with it now. So I've still got all the gubbins to do with that, but this one should be launched at Yarndale. I think this will be the one I have with me at Yarndale. Obviously I'll have some on my shop for those people that can't get to Yarndale. So that's oh, excuse me, quite a nice thing to get done. I felt like that was quite productive. So then when we were going to Norfolk, I knew I wanted to take stuff with me, and I'd got things to finish, things to do, and I thought, right, I just need some little projects, and the projects then have turned into ideas for kits and workshops and all sorts. So it has been quite nice just having that bit of quiet going on. So I have had these with me last year at the different shows that I've done, and lots of people always say, oh, what do you do with them, what do you do with them? So these are my printed, some of them are onto printed bits of vintage fabric, some are just onto quilts, some are just little patches and things like this. So I thought, right, I'll do some examples of what you can do with them, because I always have this thing about you can just stitch because you like to stitch. But then somebody always asks you, what's it for? And even when I say to people, they're just for stitching, people say, yeah, but what am I going to do with it? So I thought I'd do a few different things. So this one, got threads everywhere. Do I need to tie that off? Oh no, that's actually on that. So this one I've turned into a little needle case. So I've just put some little bits of felt in there. So it just folds over into a little needle case. Just kind of nice, it's squidgy, just fits in your hand. And then this one I stitched onto a piece of quilt and got a piece of quilt at the back, and then I blanket stitched it together, blanket stitched the opening, and then the idea with this one is it has become a little book bag. So I've got a little sketchbook in there. It could be, I could have done one for my reading book or anything like that. Yeah, so a little book bag. So they're kind of cute. So what I'm thinking about doing with these ones is putting kits together where there's the print and either 2 or 3 balls of wool with them. There won't be instructions on what to make. The idea is then you can make whatever you would like to make, but there's the bits just to get you going with those. So that was kind of nice. I kind of enjoyed doing that. I think it's because it's like when I just said about that white piece of fabric. White piece of fabric can be kind of scary, but having something printed on it, a little bit of a guide as to what to do, can be really lovely. Then one of the things that came out of my exhibition were my little boxes. There we go, these ones. These little boxes with little printed squares on, but not everybody wants to make a box. So I started doing them just as little patches that you could embroider, and then I quite actually liked it on this piece of fabric. So this is another kit that I'm going to be doing with one of Mr. B's bobbins, and it'll have in it a piece of fabric. It will have the printed squares, and then because this uses machine embroidery thread, I'm going to do some little thread wraps that have a selection of colours on that you can use. Because the tea bag paper is really fine, you can't really use thicker threads. Machine threads just work really, really nicely on that. So you'd end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with a piece of fabric and a bobbin and some threads. Thank you to everybody that answered my questions about whether or not you need needle and scissors. I think the general consensus was a needle would be nice. We don't need scissors. So I'll probably be popping a needle with the new kits. So yes, so that's another one that's coming out. So that's 2 new things that I've got to be working on, which is going to be really nice. And then the other thing, because one of the things that I love to do is workbooks. I love a workbook. I've always kept sketchbooks and things like this. And I used to run an actual workbook group many moons ago. So I asked a question whether or not anybody would be interested in doing like a little mini book workshops. So from that then I started planning some little books. So I did some little blank ones. So the way that the workshop I think will run, it'll be online, and there will be a thing where we make a book. Oh, there's somebody knocking at the door. Hold on, I will be 1 second. Sorry about that, it was the postman. So the plan, I think, is going to be making a little book and then looking at how it could be filled in. Because again, it's this idea about scary paper. So it'll probably look that at the start of the month, there'll be a little book made, and then I'll set you a task to fill your little book. So I've done those 2. This one's a little bit like the 52 stitches book that we did, the little accordion one. How I've started filling it, and we'll look at things like printing and things like that. And then there is another one. Where's that one gone? There's one more. Oh, there we go. This little one's then got pockets in it. Pockets. Again, little concertina. So, yeah, that's the plan. I've still got to work it all out as to how I'm going to run it and things like this. But, yeah, that's another thing. So even though I said my brain had gone quiet, it actually hasn't been quiet. I think it's just been because it's been things that I wanted to think about, which is maybe why it's been quiet. I don't know. But anyway, that's been really, really nice. I've really enjoyed having the time. No, I think that's what it is. It's not about my brain's been quiet. It's the fact that I've been able to prioritise what my brain's thinking about. I'm busy looking for my other box. What did I do with that? Oh. I know I found it, and I know I brought it upstairs, but now I don't know what I've done with it. Where's that gone? See, brain's gone quiet, brain don't function. The knitting auras have I done with that? Right, hold on, let me pop you on pause again. Let me find it. Totally losing the plot. It's because I'd found it and went, oh, that's where it is. Totally left it where it was. So this is my collection from the holiday. Just so happened the anchor that I showed you, there were bits of the fabric that was wrapped around it just dangling off. So I just happened to collect a few bits and pieces. And then I've got some of these rocks are pebbles, Roberts. I've gone for my holy molies and my circles. So these will go in I did a collector's tray for my exhibition that's now in the kitchen downstairs, and these will all start going in that. Yeah, so just looking for pebbles with holes through them. I know there's a name for that, but I don't know what it is. And other ones that have just like got circular chips and stuff. I just love circular things. And then just a few more bits of fabric. Don't know what I'm going to do with them. I just think they're just yummy. I mean, just look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so that's my little collection. Might go in a little book. Might make a book. Yeah. So that was my little seasidey collection. So that's it. I think I've probably chewed your ear off enough for now. Oh, that's a couple of other things. See, brain empty, keeps filling back up again. So I am sorting my shed out. I posted a thing on Instagram yesterday, what I'm going to be doing when I've done this and I've posted it. I am sorting my shed out, and I've got loads of either old kits or I had been on a Hachanda or Create and Craft, I don't know if it's called that anyway. So I've been on there and I had loads of kits that I was selling, and I've got a box that I've got loads of them that I don't really sell anymore, like full kits that have got everything in them, like hoops, and I think they've got scissors and needles and everything in them. So I'm having a big sort out today, so I'm going to start putting stuff on my website. I just need to clear the decks, so I'm having a bit of a sale. So that'll start appearing today. Once it's gone, I think, most of it. But there's all my other stuff on there. The only workshop that I've got left now for this year with spaces on is my workshop, which is mono screen printing and stitch. So this is using silk screen, and a mono print is a one-off print. So we're not going to use the silk screens. We don't use them with stencils or anything like this. We actually paint onto the screens, transfer the colour onto the fabric, and then when it's dry, use that again to inspire stitch. So if anybody fancies coming to Brighouse, there's spaces on that workshop. And then I will be at some point looking at my workshops for next year. That'll be going on my website, but I'm also going to be doing some digital ones as well, because I know not everybody can get to Brighouse, unfortunately. Yes, so that's that. And then the other thing is Yarndale. I'm working up for my two big shows. So Yarndale's the 28th and 29th of September. Tickets are on sale now. And also Knit and Stitch in Harrogate is the other big show that I'll be doing towards the end of the year. If you're getting tickets for that, if you use the code HANMADE, all in capital letters, so that's HANNEMADE, you'll get a discount on your ticket. Yeah, so I think that's me for now. That's quite a lot that I've bombarded you with. I hope you've not been bored. I hope you've stuck with me till the end. Thank you very much. Can I just take this moment and just say a massive thank you to everybody, because without you guys I wouldn't now be starting phase 2 of my handmade journey. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Keep subscribing to the channel, following the Wobble Gob, and yeah, lots of exciting things coming soon. So with that, I shall love you and leave you. Oh, that's falling off. I'll go and try and carry on sorting out the shed. I was going to do that. I thought it was going to take me one day, and I've been a day and a half in it, and I've still got stuff to do. So yeah, but it's actually been quite therapeutic sorting things out and labelling things. I love labelling and organising and making it look pretty. So I'll see you soon. Mwah! Happy stitching, everybody.